Today we are doing some wiring cleanup. What prompted this little thought process here is the remote that runs our headlight halos here, and the little Bluetooth control unit under the hood there has decided within the last week that it is going to stop working again. And the company that made the halos has also gone out of business since. So I can't just get another one. My only option is to upgrade the unit to one that communicates with an app here on my phone that I'm videoing on, which is good because honestly that little remote, besides just being tacky, ugly, and always in the way in the cab, it was fairly unreliable. I always had to get out and then come visibly check and see if the halos were on or off, if there didn't happen to be something shiny for them to reflect off in front of me. So that is deleting one remote, which is good. I don't know if you'll actually see that here in the video. It'll be like a 3-second plug-and-play install thing, and I still got to order the part. But that's what got me thinking about what we're going to be doing today, which is going to be rewiring our rock lights. Quick note before we start that, I was sent incorrect rock lights from this nonsense sponsorship thing. They're supposed to be the 15-inch. I got 17.5-inch, so they're a little too big. But they do work, and they were supposed to be RGBW, but they showed up only white. And they do flashing modes. But I did just take the power and the ground, and I tapped them into the rock lights, which come to a switch, the far left one there under the steering wheel, which does work. However, a few times I have accidentally bumped the remote that controls the flash modes, which then turns the wheel lights off. And also, that happened the other night, so I grabbed the remote. Where is it? Right here. There's a remote like that. Cheap little junker thing here. And I went out, I got under the vehicle, not under the vehicle, I stood next to it, and when I turned the wheel lights on, I noticed that it dimmed the rock lights ever so slightly. Now, I tried to get this on camera, but the camera doesn't pick up the dimming of the lights. However, with your eyeballs, if you see it in person, you will definitely notice it. And that further got me thinking, what if the rock lights themselves, or not the rock lights, what if the wheel lights themselves are not becoming like their full brightness because of where I've tapped them into power? I mean, if they're going to make the rock lights dimmer, then that makes sense to me. And since I'm already getting rid of this remote for the halos, I might as well ditch the second remote and then not have any cheap, crappy little remotes, oh, fingers in the way, here in the cab at all. And it should make the rock lights and the wheel lights brighter and more reliable in the end as well. The wiring bundle we're going for is right here, the end of our track bars. So we got everything I should need there to get this nice and wrapped up. And this here is the lovely bunch of wires that is just completely unnecessary and just kind of got tossed up in here because we had a show to go to and it was very, very cold. So let me start cutting some zip ties and seeing what we're really working with here again. I was going to do more updates as I did things under the truck, but it ended up taking me longer than I expected, and laying on the concrete kind of sucks for me. But all of this wire junk here is what we pulled out. Really, the only thing we don't need is this box and this box. So I'm going to cut the wire there and there, and have all of this nice coated wire as backup. And then I'm also going to cut this front lead off. That's all usable wire. And then this whole section here is also coated perfectly usable power and ground wire that I will save and recycle elsewhere. The wires ended up slightly different lengths still, even though I measured it out, which is annoying. But it is at least neater, nice and secure, and all of the connections do work. Then we have our recycled wire and what will now go in the trash. And we can also take this little piece of junk. Took the battery out of it though. Recycling is key. And we can take that, toss it right in there. Alright, second bit of wiring we're going to be cleaning up has to do with our fuse here. Normally would sit right up in there. This is the fuse where our air dog gets key power. And then you'll see that blue wire right here. It comes to right there. And then it goes down here, where it goes under the truck and to the back, where it meets up with the train horns. And the only thing about that is when I need to truly cold start the truck, and that compressor kicks on to build up pressure, because it lost some because of the cold temperature. And then the grid heater kicking on at the same time it really pulls on the batteries quite a lot. So I'm going to take this on-off switch right here, and then I'm going to pull this panel right here back, and then I'm going to splice this switch into that blue line, and then I think I'm just going to have it hanging out right here at the top. That way, when I really need to cold start the truck, I can just flip this switch, and then the compressor will not kick on. And once the truck is fired up, I just flip this switch back, and then the train horns resume doing their thing just as they should. And there we have the panel and everything nice and back in place. And I double-sided sticky taped the switch right there because it will rarely be used. And we don't have to worry about the parking brake lever coming up any further because it is fully depressed. So I'll turn the key on and we'll see if it works. So right off the bat, when I turn the key forward here, normally we would clearly hear the compressor. That's what it is, the compressor kick on back there. Turn our trans fan off. Well, all I hear is the air dog. Let's flip our switch and see what happens. So that noise you may or may not be able to hear is the air dog. So it will come in here, flip our switch. Oh. And it still didn't kick on. Huh. I wonder if we just have enough pressure back here that it didn't need to kick on. It is warm, so it will be holding pressure the best. That's what it says here. Yep, that is what it was. The compressor is just holding full pressure because it is nice and warm out. The only time we do lose pressure is when it gets really cold, like below freezing overnight. So, regardless of the switch, the compressor would not have kicked on then. If I remember during this video, I will drive away, blow the horn some, and then test the switch and see if it kicks on once I restart the vehicle. Or if it just gets cold enough, because this warm weather never lasts us in Colorado, then it will leak some overnight and we'll be able to test the switch then. But it's just a simple on-off switch. I know my connections are solid. I don't see how it could possibly not just be nice and easy, 100% done in one go like that. It's now 2 months in the future, but it cools down enough overnight that I should be able to show you the switch thing on and off of the train horn that I believe was the last clip I let off, and then the compressor didn't kick on like I thought it was going to. Alright, key power on. You can hear the air dog running there. And as of right now, all we can hear is the air dog working away, wherever it is, right there. And then we go here. Now you can hear the compressor running back here. Then if we go over back to our switch, and it's cold in the winter, we shut it off. And then the last thing I was going to take care of in this video was the kill switch, which anyone who owns an older-ish diesel truck should have a kill switch. Now, I obviously cannot tell you exactly where I put my kill switch, otherwise that would just defeat the purpose, but it completely disables a 110% necessary system for the truck to run. Alrighty, so right now the switch is flipped. So we turn on our key, say we're a bad guy, we've managed to get power, battery power, all of that running. There is a check engine light. Wonder what that could be for. Nothing. You do that all day long and it will not start. Switch is now turned back on. So we go for our key power again. But you'll notice that check engine light went away. And she's alive. With that kill switch in place, along with the train horn alarm, I absolutely guarantee nobody is stealing this truck. The switch itself is completely wired into a factory wire harness. So, even if you do manage to get around the train horn, which absolutely everyone is going to hear, then you're still going to be stuck looking for wires forever. And we did a good job. You ain't going to find it. And I personally know several second gens that have been stolen in the immediate area. I'm talking like within 2 miles of where I'm standing right now. So, absolutely everyone, no matter what brand diesel truck you have, needs to have a kill switch. If you need more detailed assistance on the kill switch that I can't just say out loud on the internet, then feel free to message me and I can definitely help you out that way. And that'll be it for that one. We got our wiring cleanup underneath, as well as several crappy little Bluetooth remotes deleted. We got the kill switch done for our compressor so we can cold start the truck. And we have the kill switch to make sure it doesn't get stolen. All around, a good bit of productivity. And I got plenty more of that coming, so if this is your first time, do hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out in the future. And hit that like button. And returning people, do let me know what you think of the content down in the comments, because I can always improve and tweak things with a little bit of constructive criticism. So until next time, enjoy yourselves.